Howdy, and welcome on in to the Dynasty Bebop Big Shot Trade Show. This week,
Woo!
we are coming to you live, taking a look at some trades from our leagues and a couple viewer-submitted trades. So do us a favor, hit that like button, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. And Marty, are you ready?
Yeah, buddy, I'm ready.
All right, let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it. It's my favorite day of the week, man. I love doing me some trades, and I'm excited that this week I actually got a few of my own trades to talk about, which are spurred some interesting conversation earlier in the week. So I'm curious to see what the YouTube crowd here has to think about them.
Cool.
All right, let's bring up the. Let's see, we got the. Also, proud to announce that we did get a soft rollout of our Discord out today. So,
Oh yeah.
Still trying to work out, once again, kinks and everything. So, trying to one step at a time, make it a little bit better every day. But we do have right now about 8 active members and looking to build on that. I do have a little contest going that after we hit 25 members in our Discord, I am a pretty avid card collector, so I'll be doing a little raffle to a few of our original 25 OG members. So even if you're not a card fan, there's always good investments in cards.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, well, let's bring up the first trade. Bring this up from our Discord. Like I said, feel free to join, submit your trades. We'd love to review them and talk about them. All right. So this first one, I know it's kind of small here on the screen. I definitely apologize. I'm not too sure how to make this much bigger with some of these smaller copies that I have.
Can you control zoom in on it, or
no? Not with Discord. Not once you're
all right.
Once you're in here, yep, you're kind of locked in. So I have IMTLU. He is receiving Justin Jefferson. He is giving away DJ Moore, Trey Lance, Jameson Williams, and the 110. I'm going to say this is probably another 12-team league here, I would assume. I don't have actually the information as far as whether these are 12 teams or not. But let's just go ahead and assume for our sake that, we'll kind of go both sides. But if we don't know, we'll assume that it's a 12-team, super flex.
Start 10.
Yep, start 10, and it's a lineup league.
Yeah. Well, I'm undoubtedly going with Justin Jefferson on this one. I'm just looking at it, in my book, if they're going to be like late first, I'm going to want at least 4 for Justin Jefferson. And if I'm getting off of him, I need, 3 with at least 2 of them being pretty early if it's going to be 3. And when I look at it, I see DJ Moore as, somebody you can get for kind of an early to mid second round. Jameson Williams is kind of a late first type guy. The 110 is a late first, and, Trey Lance is right there too, where he's in that, 108 to like 112 discussion of value. So, yeah, I think this is an absolute steal for Justin Jefferson.
Whew, man, the fall of Trey Lance here that's really the tough pill to swallow sometimes. DJ Moore as well. Still 25 years old. Was an elite prospect. We were really excited about him to get a quarterback upgrade. He does get an upgrade from where he's had, but now we have the target concerns. So, I do think that both DJ Moore and Jameson Williams are wide receivers that can get it done without evidently a high volume. The 110 is, it's still in a startable tier of players for sure. That's something that you could also look at possibly moving as well into a package deal. Maybe you have the 110 and the 201, and you can package those up to get up to like the 106. The 107 range, and then you're adding Trey Lance, the quarterback. Once again, I'm assuming this is a super flex. I don't think that there's really anyone anybody would do this in a regular single quarterback league. But man, I think I might be interested in the package here, depending upon how active my league is. If I feel like my league is active, I'm a frisky trader, so like I feel like I could be able to package Jameson Williams in the 110 and be able to get into another wide receiver that I feel good about, and I can still have that in my back pocket Trey Lance, where I'm dividing Justin Jefferson into two tier down wide receivers. If I can take JMO in the 110, maybe add a little bit and get into a Chris Olave or Devontae Smith or something like that, then,
I can see it. I think if you're a rebuilding team, you're happy to take the package. But if I'm a team that's anywhere close to ready to go, I'm happy to just take the Jefferson side and say my work here is done.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. Because if you're a contender, you weren't relying on Trey Lance anyways. Because you were obviously probably feeling like a contender because you have two other quarterbacks that weren't Trey Lance. That's why you're able to trade him away in this deal.
Yeah.
As a rebuilder, I think I would probably want to utilize those in a different way, those four pieces, and try to get more assets back. But you said that, yeah, I agree with you. As a contender, I got no problem taking the JJ.
Yeah.
All right. We got another one here by one of the people who jumped into our live mock draft last night. We got Ngupta. I'm actually in a league with him, so this is not one of the leagues that we're in, but this is one of the trades that he submitted to me. In this deal, he is receiving T. Higgins, and he is sending away Curtis Samuel and Josh Jacobs. What you think?
I think it's awesome. I'm on the Higgins side. I'm gonna side with the big name wide receiver in a lot of these deals because they are the most secure asset, and I think that adding T. Higgins to your team is a good move for the next 4 or 5 years. Where Curtis Samuel, we're really rolling the dice and hoping to get a few pop weeks from here and there from him, and then obviously Josh Jacobs is pretty good, and he's got 2-3 years left in him with solid production. But I think this is definitely the T. Higgins side for me.
Yeah, for sure. If it was anyone else besides Curtis Samuel, any other, a receiver that has a little more upside, what if you could maybe squeeze in an Elijah Moore and a Josh Jacobs? Would you be more into that package?
That's getting closer to where I'm looking at the package and maybe taking the Jacobs side. But as it is, yeah, there's not even a second thought for me.
Yeah, I can say I think with it being Curtis Samuel, I can say that really is the give me T. Higgins all day. With Josh Jacobs, I mean, you're higher on Josh Jacobs than I am. You have been for a little while, but I'm definitely going to take the longevity, career, the better offense. He's not out of Cincinnati, so he's out of Cincinnati. So. Yeah. Till then, I say you got a good stud there, Gupta. All right, got a couple other Gupta deals here. All right, we got a big shot here.
Woo!
All right, so we got Gupta receiving Justin Fields in the 2024 third, sending away DeAndre Swift, the 103 and the 105. Thinking.
Oh man. All right. I am slightly lower on Justin Fields than consensus. This one is really close. I do like putting Swift together in a package. I do think that this is a good package for a quarterback in this tier. Just Justin Fields isn't my favorite one in the tier. But I do think this is a good deal. I do think it's pretty much what you're gonna have to pay to get him. I don't think it was an overpay at all.
Yeah, yeah. It's a lot to pay. I mean, Justin Fields is still a projection. I mean, in a way. I mean, obviously the Bears have put weapons around him, so I think that they've shown investment in Fields. I think they've got a plethora of picks in this draft, and probably even more coming up by maybe even another trade back that we see. Um, at this point, you're looking, obviously you got your shot at possibly taking 2 quarterbacks here. So I say if you're trying to rebuild and retool, it's a pretty good package, the 103 and 105. Another one that, get your guy. He's a top 9 to 10 startup pick right now. And you're getting them for basically a startup second, a startup fifth, and then a startup 8th or so, probably 9th in DeAndre Swift. So I mean that's value all day in a startup. So I'm smashing. I'm going to go ahead and just smash the Justin Fields side.
Yeah, well, I'm going to say if you're going to do that, you better become a Carolina Panthers fan really quick, because the scariest part for me about being a Justin Fields owner is that Carolina 24 first that Chicago has. And so, if the better Carolina does, the less in consideration a quarterback will be if they have like a 101 to like 103. They've got to look at it if Fields isn't everything that they wanted and more.
Right. Yeah, I know it feels alarming, but I don't know. I feel like even if you're Chicago, you got to consider moving that pick again. If they do get up to that 101, you're going to get such a haul, and they're going to set that franchise up for a decade.
Yeah. Cool.
All right. Got Gupta. He's got a guy, and his name is Justin Fields.
Wow.
I wonder if this is actually the same league that he acquired T. Higgins in. So in this one, he's receiving Justin Fields, sending away T. Higgins, Javonte Williams, and Sam Howell's moving castle.
All right. Yeah, that feels like a steal. I'm not ascribing much value to Howell or Williams. Like, they don't even really equal a first in my mind, really. And that's like, you need a mid to late first added to T. Higgins to get to Fields, I think. So I think that's a good deal.
Yeah. This is a runaway for me for the Fields side. Sam Howell, still don't even know if he's going to even start for the Commanders. I still have very much sneaky suspicions it's going to be Lamar Jackson in 2023. I am pretty much all the way out on Javonte Williams in 2023 as well. And honestly, T. Higgins is even my favorite Cincinnati Bengal. So, at that point, give me that Justin Fields. I think that's pretty easy. We can just kind of move on from that one. Just taking advantage of people, Gupta. Jeez. All right, so this one's here. I have a 3-part trade I want to bring up with you. I have a orphan that I took over last year. I made some pretty big trades, acquired basically like 6 firsts last year, blew them all on the wrong assets, one of them being Kyler Murray. I also had Justin Fields. I traded him way too soon. It was just basically a catastrophe of a team. Being in 20 leagues, this one has been on the back burner for a little bit. So I decided to pull it up this week and start seeing what I can do. So in the Justin Fields move that I had made, I did acquire the 108 and about 323 seconds and random positions, and I had no 2024 firsts and only Kyler Murray as my starting quarterback going into next year. So I really didn't want to hand away that 101 to another team, so I started working some deals. First one, I have Michael Carter and Brees Hall. I traded away and received the 105 and the 205.
Yeah,
What do you think here?
I would like to think that Brees Hall is worth more than that, but I don't know. I struggle to see somebody giving up too much more than that to get a guy who's coming off of injury and probably not going to be at 100% for a year. And so I think you're getting right here, you're getting a shot at a quarterback or, your choice of potentially JSN or Gibbs. And then you're also going to get a shot at a Kendre Miller, Roshan Johnson, like Tajay Spears, whatever, top performing back we have going in that middle of the second round. You got another shot. So
yeah,
I like it.
Yeah, a lot of people in this league felt like this was pretty light to be getting Brees Hall back in this deal. I play in a lot of fans of the Scott Connor school of thought and fading the running backs, and man, it's made it really hard in a good chunk of my leagues to move running backs at all. So honestly, I felt good. I originally offered him my original offer to him was to receive the 105 and a 2024 first. But honestly, I was happy with this. This is what he countered with, so I went ahead and accepted it. My viewpoint was there's only a few teams in your league that want Brees Hall. Everybody has a piece in mind of the 105. I feel like especially the 105 right now is that quarterback that maybe someone has in your league in Will Levis that they value as maybe the next Justin Herbert. You have the next potential Jamar Chase or high-end Amon-Ra and JSN, and then you have this high-end receiving running back in Jahmyr Gibbs. So pick your poison. Anybody can kind of envision what they want there.
Yeah, I do. I have the 105 in one of my leagues, and I'm sitting there. Right now, I like to pencil in JSN as the guy that I want to take. But, if somebody goes ahead and takes JSN at the 103 or the 104, they're just doing you a huge favor sitting there at the 105 because now not only do you have Will Levis sitting there, but you've got maybe Will Levis, Anthony Richardson, or Will Levis and Bryce Young to choose from at the 105. And, I really do think that there's a big possibility that we could see one of those guys ahead of Brees Hall's ADP this time next year in startup drafts.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, we always think these young running backs are worth more than they are the following year, and these wide receivers just push right past them. So, yeah, I think there's a lot of options to take at that 105 that all have potential to gain more value than Brees Hall throughout the year. All right, so the next move, I decided to make a move up to the 102. So this owner was at the 101. He moved back from the 101 to the 102 by basically acquiring Javonte Williams. At this point, I kind of had a feeling that maybe he was into acquiring running backs.
Especially broken ones, apparently.
Especially broken ones. So I thought I'd shoot my shot. Sent him to 105 and J.K. Dobbins. We had a little back and forth overnight. Woke up the next morning, nothing. It was still sitting in the inbox. And about an hour later, trade complete. And lo and behold, it was mine. I feel great about this. I think this was a smash for me to move up into a different tier. Tier one here, looking with, I feel consistently down to about the 104. I feel very good about that tier. It's the 105 that starts a new tier for me, and I never really want to be picking at the top of a tier. I like to let those boards fall to me because there's always going to be a value that comes down to. If you value players in a similar tier, I always want the cheapest one that I can take.
Yeah.
So yeah, I know we talked about this a little bit. You got any other comments about this?
No, I think it's a good move. Like, I don't particularly want Dobbins on my roster, especially with Lamar leaving the team. I know that is their RB1 leaving the team, so it really opens up some running lanes for him. But I don't see if Lamar's not going to be there. I see a lot less first downs. I see a lot less opportunities, and let's do it before people catch on.
Yeah, and he is this tamer fed smoker. He is actually he is the owner of my 2024 first. Okay. So I think there's maybe a little extra strategy in a way of removing J.K. Dobbins from my roster, knowing that I'm light at running back already. I've already held up the red flag that I'm tearing down my roster. So
he's like, yeah, I'll take that piece from you. Make sure you don't score too many points for my pick.
Yeah, and he's hoping right now to end up with the 101 and 102 next year and get Caleb Williams and Drake May.
Ta there. Yeah, ta there, Fed Smoker.
Yeah, at least that's how I feel like he's playing me. Yeah. But I'm fine with that. Oh, I guess I just posted a bigger picture of that one.
Oh, that's nice.
I guess that would have been a lot better to bring up. I actually don't think I have my other trade on here. I'll get it added here to the end. I have one more piece to this trade that I'll add at the end as a nice finale to show you all how I finish this whole thing up.
All
right, let's move on. These are a couple trades I ended up pulling from Twitter. This is a Ray trade. Where did you come across this?
I found this one in a Facebook group.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
All right. So we have Team 1. They are receiving Jerry Jeudy in the 2024 second, and Team 2, the 2023 107. What you got?
Yeah. I would have thought that, if I had Jerry Jeudy and I was selling him, I would be trying to get maybe something like that, the 107 and or the 108. So I think getting the second round pick with Jerry Jeudy really leads me to the Jeudy side of this trade because, at 107, you're getting either Jahmyr Gibbs or, Quentin Johnston. And, I don't know if QJ is going to be as good as Jeudy, So I'll take that side.
Yeah. You already have a first round draft capital wide receiver in Jerry Jeudy. The 107 is an interesting spot there as well because I do think it's another kind of an end of a tier, and like I say, I like to be at the end of a tier. But the 2024 second kind of makes it pretty easy to go for the second in Jerry Jeudy. I've traded. I would trade Jerry Jeudy straight up for the 107. But I don't. But yeah. If you give me that second with it, cash it.
Yeah, I would. If I'm the Jerry Jeudy manager, I'm not gonna tack a second on with him to get a 107. So I think it's definitely a steal for the guy that got the second in Jeudy.
Yeah, that second is gonna have value in season. All right, we got another big shot.
Another Justin Jefferson trade.
Another JJ all day. All right, we got Justin Jefferson getting acquired for Jonathan Taylor, Brock Purdy, and the 105. It's that 105 again.
Yeah. Oh man, this one is. Oh, I love that. I love Justin Jefferson, but whew. I think I got to go with the package. And it's not because of Brock Purdy. It's just because of Jonathan Taylor and the 105.
Right. Whew. Man, you see, you dissed the Lance package, but you're all about this Purdy package. I see it. You're just a Purdy boy.
Oh yeah, I might be. I didn't even know it. Thanks for checking me.
Yeah, Mr. Irrelevant himself over here, getting relevant.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, yeah, I think the owner did recently come out and say that they were gonna go with Purdy as the starter. They said he earned the opportunity, and honestly, I do think that that is maybe the best situation for Trey Lance as well, because I think that Trey Lance starting week one and everybody, the whole San Francisco fan base being like, put Purdy in. Like, that's a really hard environment to succeed in. But, like, I think, if Purdy's in there and then, like, Lance earns the playing time from him and he takes it away, it makes it so, like, they have to put him in. Like, I think that might be a better situation for him to potentially succeed.
yeah, I want something else besides Brock Purdy in this package personally. If we want to start out a talk with Jonathan Taylor in the 105, like I want at least a shot at another wide receiver that has like some upside over Brock Purdy. I have my shot. I guess in this, you could think of it as you're taking a JSN at 105. And hoping that he turns into something close to JJ, and you're getting a free Taylor and a Purdy.
Yeah, it's rough.
Yeah, I the package for me has more value. I like the package, I guess, but that's not what I'm trading my Justin Jefferson for. Right. If that makes sense. I would say I would way rather that be another high end wide receiver. The 105 and Brock Purdy would be give me someone like a Jalen Waddle, anyone who's similar value to Jonathan Taylor. Honestly, I'll even go down to like that Chris Olave area as well.
Yeah.
All right. Got a couple. Got one more, and then I got my last trade I'll add on here real quick. So, in this deal, CD, wide receiver 1, is receiving Amon-Ra St. Brown, Jerome Ford, Cleveland boy, in the 203. And he is trading away Damian Harris, newly acquired Buffalo Bill, Cade Otton, and the 112. What you got?
Yeah, obviously, for me, this is going to be the Amon-Ra side, and it's not even really close. That the difference between that 203 and the 112, kind of negligible when we're talking about the difference between Damian Harris, Cade Otton, and Amon-Ra. And then also, if you see a little bit lower, they did drop Jerome Ford immediately, which I tend to think is a bad move here because, yeah, this is a 12-team start 10 super flex, and with the departure of Kareem Hunt, I got to think that Jerome Ford's got more value than just getting immediately dropped.
Yeah, for sure. I can say Jerome Ford is a guy I'm hanging on to in my leagues as well. I think that he's got potential there with Kareem Hunt's departure, as well as a likely departure from, Dearness Johnson's departure, and likely Kareem Hunt as well.
Yeah, really bumped him up to the second running back in Cleveland.
Yeah. But for me, it's easy. It's still Amon-Ra. It's even just Amon-Ra in the 203 over Damian Harris, the 112, and Cade Otton. I mean, honestly, Amon-Ra over Damian Harris, the 112, and Cade Otton.
Yeah, the only thing that I can really think here is maybe this is some sort of tight end premium, and they're really excited about getting a young tight end to hopefully lock down the position for a while. And You know, if people are gonna give this big of a Buffalo running back boost, because we did it with James Cook last year, like, you know, we did it with Zach Moss in the past too, where we're like, oh, this is the Buffalo running back, like, you know, they're gonna be so productive. You know, I'm not so sure that that's there. I think that, you know, Josh Allen's going to be taking a lot of those goal line touches away and a lot of those short yardage situations.
Yeah, you're getting like a 10% production premium on Devin Singletary. Look out, NFL.
Yeah.
All right, my last deal here when him threw up, just because I wanted to slight little humble brag. I felt really good about this last little tier up. So in this trade, I went ahead and moved my 108 and my 201 that I had and squeezed back up into that tier out of the third tier, receiving my 105 again and adding a 302 as my little extra. Always got to get a little extra.
Yeah.
Even in the third, you might still find a guy. So basically, what this whole kind of package turned into, you know, after trading Brees Hall for the 105 and feeling, you know, kind of antsy about it, you know, I basically turned that Brees Hall, J.K. Dobbins, and this 201 that I had into the 102, the 105, and I added a 205 on it as well, and a 302. So, you know, once again, there's no way I could have gotten to the 102 likely with just Brees Hall. But when you're able to get into that tier where people know that they can get a quarterback, you can more easily move within tiers of other quarterbacks. So that's why quarterbacks are key in these super flex leagues, guys. Like, you know, either having them or having the potential to have them. Either way, you know, look at what kind of moves you can make and try to upgrade your rosters.
Yeah, I like this trade. You know, if you're looking at it, I'm looking at the 108 as Quentin Johnston, and you know, the 201 could be Hendon Hooker, could be, you know, that top running back from that, like, you know, kind of third tier of running backs. And yeah, so you gave up that, and you're gaining, you know, a shot at a later running back and a quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'll do that all day. Like, I don't think Quentin Johnston does enough for my roster to like stop me from doing this trade.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, 201's a premium pick still. I mean, I still feel good about what's available at the 201, but the 302 was just early enough also in that third round where, you know, doing some of these mock drafts, I like a few of the players that have seemed to sneak their way out of that second.
I'm seeing Roshan Johnson landing there at like the 301, 302, like, you know.
Yeah, I just got him the other day when we were doing that mock draft with Russell Clay and Nate Liss on Russ's channel.
Yeah. Yeah, good stuff.
Yeah. Well, that was it for the Dynasty Trade Show. Again, appreciate everyone for tuning in.
Yeah. This is our second live. We did our first one yesterday, so thanks for dropping in. Please submit your trades, and you know, we'll get them on the next trade show.
Yep. Yeah, don't forget to follow us on Twitter at Dynasty Bebop. Go down, like, comment, subscribe on the YouTube. Every like, comment, subscription helps us out, grow our channel a little bit bigger. Once again, we're just trying to grow a channel and grow a community of people that want to, you know, make some collaborations. You know, come join us on the show at some point. We're new to this. If you're new to this, it's fine. We'll figure it out together. You know, we're not on ESPN yet, so we got plenty of time to do some wood shopping at the Dynasty Bebop. So there is a link for the Discord down below. So go down and check that out. You can click right on it. It takes you right to the Discord. Hit me up in the dive bar. That's where we're having our chats. Hopefully in the evenings. And yeah, anything else? Anything else, Ray?
No, I think that's about it. Yeah.
Cool. I gotta go play maintenance man tonight again and go repair the world. All right. Have a good night. We will catch everyone later in the week.
Later.
Peace.